Darnell, we're at the Ford Center. 2-game losing streak's over. Meanwhile, if you hear any background noise behind us, it's called Women's Night Out. After the game, they beat the Timberwolves tonight, lead by double digits, by as many as 25. But women can come and ask Jeff Green and DJ White questions. The first one was Uncle Jeff. So maybe they're a little more savvy than we give them credit. It's Uncle Jeff again back there. But what was your impression? They played around with them a little bit for a quarter and a half. Then the defense got off to a good start, put the hammer down, got a much-needed win to get the losing streak behind them. What do you think the key was tonight to getting back on the winning track?
The defense. I mean, when they play well defensively, they win games. That's been the identity for this team all season. It's what got them 34 wins for the most part. Defensively is what's going to win this team games.
7 guys scoring double figures, the first time that's happened all year long. Durant does get 25. The streak's no longer there, but a lot of other balance scoring. And, of course, the star again, maybe for the month and again tonight, is once again Russell Westbrook flirts with the triple-double, doesn't get it, and Durant's joking. He needs to quit flirting, and maybe I need to stop getting so many rebounds to help him get there. But he's had a solid month. It seems like he's flirting with a triple-double most nights. Talk about his play.
I mean, he was coming in before that San Antonio game where he only got 1 rebound, and I think he was averaging 19 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. And, he's really playing all-around basketball right now. He's limiting his turnovers. His field goal percentage is up, getting his teammates involved. So he's doing everything on the court right now. And we talked to him after the game tonight. Things are starting to slow down. Just a year into his a half a season into his second year, he's really starting to become more of a leader on the floor, and I think that's been the key.
Darnell, this team has avoided losing streaks all year long ones. That's my sidebar for tomorrow, is they have never lost more than 3 in a row. Meanwhile, they've won 5 in a row. They've won 9 in a row. They're back to 11 games above 500. They're solid 6th seed at this point. Meanwhile, Toronto comes in maybe without Chris Bosh. Then it's Sacramento. 10 of the next 12, as we said, coming into this game, were teams they had a better record. How important is this 3-week stretch to build some momentum and get away from the Houstons and the New Orleans and the Memphises to all but nail down a playoff spot before you hit the home stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I'm starting to get to the point where I don't think it's going to matter all that much because San Antonio is playing so poorly. New Orleans still without Chris Paul. He should be coming back, but they still can't seem to get it together. Portland's still a little banged up. I think Marcus Camby's going to help them. But the other teams behind them, I don't think are playing well enough to catch them at this point. But in addition to that, those final 14 games that you give credit to Mike. You pointed it out a long time ago. Those final 14 games are going to come up against teams like the Lakers, Denver, Phoenix. So they're going to have a tougher stretch the last 14 games. So these next 3 weeks, I think, are going to be important to sort of build some momentum and gain a head of steam going into those last 14.
And because his streak ended on the road, I mean, it's the second best streak in the last 35 years. Only Michael Jordan had a better. We found out Wilt Chamberlain, by the way, had 163 in a row or something. So back in the day there was more. But for Durant, he got 25 again tonight. But he's been so consistent for 2 months. I mean, he got national acclaim. He is the talk of the All-Star game. To get back to 25 tonight, it's 30 out of 31. The streak's over. But talk about his consistency the last 2 months. Another reason why this team is where it is today.
Well, it ended at 29. It was a good streak. I don't think it's going to be the last time that Kevin Durant has a streak, scoring streak like that. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot more of those from him as the years go on. I mean, there's not too many guys in the league that can stop him. I think Corey Brewer did a fantastic job on him tonight. He could have had 40 if Corey Brewer wasn't on the floor. But Kevin Durant is consistent. I mean, you look at his points, his rebounds, he's setting up his teammates better now. So all around, I think Kevin Durant is really starting to learn how to play the game on all aspects.
My last question would be, you asked Scott Brooks this tonight. We'll have to look it up exact figures. They really haven't lost to teams with losing record all year. Meanwhile, Denver said, I got a note in Sunday's paper, why aren't we one of the top teams? We're 6-0 against the Lakers and Celtics and Magic. Well, guess what? They've lost 8 times to the Sacramentos and the Minnesotas and those. This team has avoided that. Why do you think that's happened, and how important has that been to make a run?
Well, it's been extremely important. I think that's been the key to their success so far. They've been good on the road, and they've been good against the bad teams. That's what winning teams do, and the Thunder's been able to do that. I think last year really left a bad taste in this team's mouth, and they realize now that they have to beat these teams if they want to make the playoffs, and that's what we're seeing out of the Thunder.
Serge Ibaka also has a season-high 14 points. You can read more about this game and upcoming games on newsok.com.